Since Overwatch first released, there's been speculation about Doomfist becoming a playable hero. Now it seems evidence is stacking up to support this theory, and it looks like Doomfist might just be Overwatch's 24th hero. I'm RejectedShotgun, and this is all the new evidence for Doomfist's arrival. By now, most of you have probably seen the Doomfist posters all over the payload map, Numbani. In the attacker's spawn room, you can see the posters for a museum exhibit that depicts Doomfist as 3 different people, with a third person being shrouded in darkness. This makes it quite clear that Doomfist is the gauntlet and not so much the person. When playing on Numbani, your goal is to escort the Doomfist on a cart to the museum at the end of the map. Presumably after this, the very first Overwatch cinematic takes place where Widowmaker and Reaper attack a museum containing the Doomfist. Now, something very strange appeared in the newest test builds of Overwatch on PC. Some sound files and very interesting models were posted on Reddit in the past week, and it's got everybody's attention. The first interesting file that was discovered was this. This is the Numbani payload. But if you look closely, the glass container where Doomfist is normally stored has been busted open, and there's shattered glass scattered around. From this image, it looks like the Doomfist has been stolen, or if the rumors are true about Doomfist having a mind of its own, maybe the gauntlet broke itself out. Now this is really interesting because when you normally escort the Doomfist on this map, if the payload was replaced by a broken glass version, the story of the map would be completely pointless. Why would you deliver a case of broken glass to the museum? It just doesn't make any sense. And so this made me think that there might be an alternate version of Numbani for some kind of future event or cinematic involving Doomfist. One thing I know I would love to see is a boss fight where 6 players try to defeat one super powerful Doomfist. Now, regardless of my own speculation, I think it might be possible that this model is part of a Doomfist-related event that Blizzard might release sometime in the future, similar to their Junkenstein's Revenge event they did for Halloween. Now, another really interesting piece of evidence came out on Reddit as well. It's a sound file of a piece of music. It sounds really ominous and warlike, and a lot of users on Reddit are speculating that this might be Doomfist's theme. Now, I'll play it for you right now so you can hear it for yourself. Now, I have noticed that this theme was playing on the Overwatch public test region instead of the Overwatch theme music. However, if you log into the PTR now, it's been removed and replaced with the default soundtrack, and I found that very, very interesting. It's also worth noting that the soundtrack was used at the beginning of Blizzard's first cinematic that I mentioned earlier, where Reaper and Widowmaker try to steal the Doomfist. Is this a coincidence? I think not. If you've been following the Overwatch hype on the web lately, you'll know that Terry Crews has been trying to become the voice actor for Doomfist. People all over Reddit and the Overwatch forums have been asking for this because they think he would be a perfect fit for the role. And honestly, I'd have to agree. I would love to see him as Doomfist. Whether or not he will actually become Doomfist, we'll have to wait and see. Although, he was invited to Blizzard's headquarters in LA, but he hasn't spoken about what he did while he was there. To top all this off, Jeff Kaplan, the lead game director on Overwatch, has said himself that the next hero that will be added to the game will likely be a tank character, as there are so few currently in the game. Now, considering Doomfist's immense strength, and as he was said to be able to level a skyscraper, I think it's totally possible that Doomfist might be this new tank character that's being talked about. There's plenty of evidence pointing towards Doomfist becoming a new character in Overwatch, and there will likely be loads more evidence in the future pointing to this. I'll be covering all of that and more in my future videos, so stay tuned. Who do you think the next hero in Overwatch will be, and what reasons do you think Doomfist might be that next hero? Let me know in the comments. Until the next Doomfist leak, I'm RejectedShotgun, signing off.